Welcome to Berlin, where we have Berlin Rebels Philipp Andersen for interview. Philipp, really tough game against Hildesheim today. How would you sum up the game?
We got off on an okay start. I had a missed field goal, unfortunately, but it became more tough than we thought, and I think that's really what bit us in the tail. But we maintained our focus throughout the game and came out with a win, so that's good.
This is not your first time in Berlin. You played for Berlin Adler in 2014 and you won the Big Six trophy. What kind of memories do you have of that time?
Great memories. Adler was a great organization and they took good care of us. And the Big Six final was a special feeling for me. One of the biggest tournament I've won personally. So that was a special feeling. Yeah.
Coach Kuchi is one of the most respected coaches in Germany. You wanted to come back to work with him. How would you describe the man?
Kuchi is very eccentric in a good way. He's a man who, if he wants something, he's going to do everything in his power to do it, and I think that's what shines through in the games. He's not just here to play; he's here to win, and he's one of the only coaches. He's the only coach that's taken contact to me and brought me in solely as a kicker because he believes in the special teams and I'm glad that he sees this too. So that's why I chose to work with him again here in the Rebels.
Okay, and you transferred from Søllerød Gold Diggers. How would you say the gameplay is compared to Denmark, to Germany, GFL?
It's tougher here in the NFL. In the GFL. There's a lot more players. I think there's some, like in Berlin, there's the same amount of players that's in all of Denmark. It's so people are just bigger. You hit harder, you run faster, have more high-paced game. So that was a big change for me when I got here in 14 and again here in 17.
The culture around the sport is still a bit lacking in Europe. How would you describe the culture in Denmark?
It's getting better and better. There's getting more media coverage of it, and the organization, the Danish American Football Organization, is working hard to spread the word about football in Denmark, and not just watching NFL games in Denmark, but like the American football game in Denmark. So that's really good and it's nice to see.
7 games down. How would you sum up the season so far?
It's not what we expected, what we hoped for, but we're still in good faith, and I think if we just keep our focus and play the game we can play, we'll definitely make the playoffs.
What about the rest of the season? What about the team's goals and what about your personal goals?
For me, I'm just here. I'm gonna maintain my level and just like play the best that I can to my ability. And for the team as well, we got some tough games coming ahead, but we're gonna put the work in and try to come ahead after in the second half of the season.
There are some big personalities in Rebels this season. Who would you say are the big players for the team this season?
Of course, we got James. He's and Larry, who's played here for a couple of years. Jamal. We got Alex from London, who's a big guy too. And then a guy I played with in the Adler as well, Nikolai Schumann. He's from what I saw in Adler, he was a good player in Adler, but now he's really he's matured. He's gotten way smarter when he plays the game, and he's got stronger. So that's really positive to see.
Okay, we touched this already, but there's one more game against Adler. So what kind of feelings does that game bring to you?
I think it's fun. You know, I love when we got rivalry, and then we got like guys like I've played with, and it's just I love that kind of pressure, and So I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Yeah, for sure.
You played in Danish league and in GFL. What are your plans as a football player?
I got ambitions for going abroad, and I'm in contact with some representation, and I'm trying to and I work out. I go to some pro camps in the States where for NFL chances and the CFL. So that's really my goal right now.
Okay, we'll be taking care of that. Thank you very much for the interview.
Thank you very much.
All the best.
Thank you.